Hi everyone, welcome to this video on the technical analysis for Singapore Stock Exchange, the STI index. The date today is 16th of June 2012. Last week I spoke about this expanding triangle. I had mentioned that we had done the 5 legs, the leg 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I had anticipated break above this trend line before the STI index hits down. But what's happened is that it actually broke through this trend line, but it went much higher than what I had expected. So this sort of throws a spanner in the works because we need to relook at this whole formation again. What I think could be happening is that the expanding triangle is still valid. Okay, it completed here, came down for a correction, and the final leg up of this whole move has now progressed. That is one option. The second option is that the triangle actually broke to the top side, which is quite a bullish move. So we need to take a look at the details of the move to see which way is it going to go next. Now, one of the thing is, if you take a look at the volume from the start of this expanding triangle has been quite steady, okay, and it actually broke out of this triangle with some solid volume, okay, but what's happened is that the volume has now tapered down, and this last bar, although it looks very bullish, but it's actually a very weak bar, because you can see the volume is very low, okay, and yeah, it remains to be seen whether follow through volume would come in to push the market higher, or will the market turn down in a big way. As you know, this week is all about the Greek election as well as the French parliamentary election, so it remains to be seen which way the market is going to head on Monday. Okay. Now let's take a look at some of the counters that I had presented before. Now, one of the counter that I said is looking bullish is actually golden Agri, and I had mentioned before that in order to get a bullish confirmation, first of all, golden Agri would need to break out of this trend line, okay, this trend line here, with a convincing manner. Now that has happened. We have 3 white soldiers here with a good volume, and I also said that very likely we are going to see a correction to 61.8% Fibonacci retracement to about 0.615. As you can see here, this move up, okay, has stalled at this level. We are getting a bearish tone here, so there's some sell down, there's some resistance at this level, so selling down is happening, and yeah, it remains to be seen whether we are going to see a retrace to 0.615 before it moves up. I also mentioned previously that one of the things I look out for this downwards correction is volume, and I had expected volume to be low, because volume on the way up is good, volume on the way down is low. This means that there's a very high chance that once it corrects to this level, it will break out in a strong way, okay, and we'll keep monitoring this, and we'll update it as we get more confirmation. The other counter I presented is YangZiJiang. I said that a contracting triangle is likely in progress, and it's likely to break to the bottom. Now once again we have a triangle that is being broken to the top side, but unlike STI, the strength of the move up is very weak, okay, and as can be seen from the price move here, and also the volume is not really that it's actually just average volume. So I'm still predicting the YangZiJiang to hit lower to complete its final wave down. Next up is UOB. UOB is also one of the counter I said that is likely doing a ABC correction after a 5 wave down, to be followed by another 5 waves down. And I said that it will most likely retrace to about 62%, the Fibonacci retracement. So it's right now it's about 50%. So very little upside, but higher chance of a downside. Okay, volume has been quite okay, but not as great as on the way down. Here you can see really solid volume on the way down, but the way up is rather weak, so we can expect sell down to continue once this correction is over, somewhere around this region. The next counter is Keppel Corp. Once again, it has done its 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and what we are seeing here is probably an A, a B and a C. The C has now taken the shape of likely taking the shape of expanding triangle, which means that there could be further upside here to somewhere around here before turning down. Okay, Keppel Corp is one of the counter that is actually looking rather weak, with a very choppy movement. Okay, so it could go a bit higher here, but yeah, remains to be seen again. Next is SGX. Now SGX is one of the counter that that really did not perform as I had expected, because this was looking quite bullish. Okay, because first of all it broke through this trend line here, which has held since for quite some time here, for a few weeks, and it was tested once, a few times here, a few times here. Finally it broke with a nice price bar, as well as some average volume, but still yeah, it is an average move, you can say. And but unfortunately it did not follow through. It went into a small contracting triangle, and the final bar that we got last Friday is actually a indecision. So it could really go either way. It could go down, it could also go up, and even if it goes up, I think there is going to be quite limited upside, and then to be followed by a down wave. Okay, and I think probably the best place to go long on SGX is probably somewhere around 580 level for now. It could go lower as well, so we'll just have to monitor this further. Next we have Noble Group. Now Noble Group is still playing out according to what had been forecasted earlier. So we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and the wave 4 is an expanding triangle with sublegs 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Last week when I presented this, I said that it's likely doing an ABC correction. So it's still it seems to have done that ABC correction and has embarked on the final wave down. There is still a possibility that it might break to the top side, and same like Golden Agri, if it indeed breaks to the top side with in a convincing manner with volume, then the tone will actually turn bullish. But for now it's definitely looking like a bearish move, and most likely it's going to hit lower to and complete the wave 5. Back to STI. So looking at some of the component stocks, it's the bearish tone is still the more popular buyers at this point in time. So though this move has been looking quite strong and bullish, but I think that this is based on hope rather than real fundamentals. And in the stock market, hope can be quite a dangerous thing, because slowly the reality will set in, and as we know, once the reality sets in, the move would be quite vigorous and strong move. But hope could also go on for a long time, so it could go much higher from here. And in order to get a better confirmation of where the market could be heading to next, we need a few more days so that we can put in a few more price bars with some volume information as well, to get a better feel. And Monday is going to be a big day. Probably the whole of next week might be because of the results of the Greek elections will be coming up, and that would most likely set the tone for the coming weeks and maybe months. So with that, I like to remind you that this video is for educational purpose only and is not an inducement to trade. So take a moment to read the rest of the disclaimer. And with that, I'd like to wish you a great week ahead at the markets.